Welcome to Milk Market Tidbit for the June Milk Production Report that USDA released this afternoon. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones, and I'm recording this on Tuesday, July the 22nd. So the Milk Production Report is always our first report, followed by the Cold Storage Report, which we get, I think, on Friday, and then the Dairy Products Report next week. So let's start kind of with the revisions that they made in May, and it looks like they revised everything up. Milk per cow was up, almost a half a pound. Big one is they increased cow numbers almost 20,000. So that was a bit of a surprise to everybody. So then we kind of look at how the actual came in. Now, one of the issues of the typicals is they are based on the final numbers of last month. And so when there's a revision, the typical gets a revision. And it turns out that June reacted very much as expected relative to May once the revisions were put in. Now, StoneX was a little bit low because theirs are based on year over year kind of numbers. But total production ended up about 99% of last month and 103% of a year ago. So that was seen as somewhat bearish. Well, look at what USDA normally does. Again, they were suggesting about 99%, and that came in right where it was expected to. Now, they did revise some of these up from last month. So again, and we've been kind of on a trend of having more milk than we normally would have expected. And the trade did not like this, by the way. So here are the last values, and then these are what happened after the settlement. So once settlement is at 2:10 Eastern time, the milk production report came out at 3, and market fell about 36, 37 cents. So it did not like this report at all. So how the numbers look out. So here are our cow numbers. 9,469,000. That's up significantly. We're starting to look at this peak that we had in 2021, and we've gained 114,000 cows in 6 months, and that's from that dip there. From a year ago, we're up 146,000 cows, so just a significant rise. Now I can take that along with the slaughter data, which, as you've probably heard me say, has been very, very low slaughter. And we can actually figure out that we've got about 0.73 replacements per cow. So anytime we've got a slaughter number under 30%, we can expect these cow numbers to go up. So overall, this did not surprise me, but I didn't think it would be quite that big of a magnitude. As a result of that, milk production is up off the seasonal number. And if we look at this long-term trend and we tweak it just a little bit, I think we're on this long-term trend. But this is the highest June that we've ever had. So again, very high milk production. Milk per cow is also above the seasonal expected number. Now again, we're overlapping a year that was an outlier because bird flu was on at that point. But we are probably off this long-term trend, and that makes some sense because we've got much higher components. And so my prediction for the fat for the agricultural prices would be down 4 ticks to 4.2. But if we print that, we're going to be down month over month about 2%. But the real issue is this one. We're going to be up from a year ago of almost 6%. So it's a tremendous rise in fat production. So tomorrow we're going to get the National Dairy Sales Report and the advanced prices. And on Friday, we're going to get the cold storage report. The market really kind of fell on this report. I would not be surprised to see it go up a little bit tomorrow when we get these National Dairy Sales Report. And then on Friday, it's going to be the big thing as to how much cheese we actually put in cold storage. And so I'll get you the next milk market tidbit on that cold storage report.